everyone, welcome to Harbour Pilates at home. This morning we're going to use some weights with our exercises. So I'm using my Pilates weights, which are sort of squidgy balls, but if you haven't got anything like that, you can use tin cans, arm weights, the wrist ones that you can get, any sort of weight at all. I'm using ones that are about half a kilo. You don't want to go much lighter than that. You want to give yourself a little bit of resistance, but similarly don't go too heavy, okay? If you're big and strong you might want to go up to a kilo, but I wouldn't go much more than that. Let's start off then by a little bit of a warm up. Feet underneath the hips, lifting up tall through the back of the shoulders, drawing in through the tummy, and then from there let's start off with a little tiny shoulder roll for 3, 2, 1, and we're rolling backwards to open out through our chests, changing sides for 3, 2, and 1, and then we're going to circle and turn, round we go, and the other side, and again. This time we're having a little knee bend. I'm having to just have a little squidge because I've got the wall too close to me. Round we go, down, twisting through that upper body, twist. Both arms this time up towards the ceiling, drawing through that middle. So we're in a nice neutral position through the spine as we reach up with those arms, stretching up, pressing out through our hands for our elbows, working those bingo wings as well, stretching up. 3, 2, 1, big circle round, let's go swimming, up through the middle, round we go. Drawing in through the tummy as you go down, weight even through both legs, up we come, round we go, 2 more, up we come, last one, up we come. From there, have a little reach up, pop your hands on your head, lower the feet and dolphin dive. Coming back up, stretch up towards the ceiling, stretch up onto your toes, bend those elbows and into our dolphin dive. We're going to do 3 more, so we'll reach, lift, hands on head, nearly wobbled over, down we go, coming back up, last 2, stretch, reach, hands on head, lower the heels, down we go, last one, reach, lift, hands on head, lower the heels, dolphin dive, coming back up, big stretch out, lower those arms and bring them down into our dumb weighted position. Feels a lot nicer, it's a safer sort of region to be carrying weight around your waist. The closer it is to your centre, the more stable the load, the less stress through the body. So we're doing our turning out, working through the backs of our shoulders, gently drawing in through our tummies, lifting up through the back of our heads. With the next one, let's go wide, so a little bit more challenging. Out we go, coming back in. Out we go into our Cleopatra stretch. Coming back in. Don't ask me why it's called Cleopatra. I think it's more like scales of justice. With the next one, we're going to go out and hold from there over into our mermaid stretch. So nice and straight as you go over and come back. Now if at any point you start to get too much pain or a little bit of an ache through your shoulders, go back the weights. And the same applies when we go down onto the mats. Twist out, reach out, circle over. Last one coming up, out we go, reaching over, stretching over, coming back down to the middle, and we're going to do a squat and a reach behind, and come back up. Drawing in through your tummy, holding that there, 2 more. Last one, we're going to go down and hold, and then bounce those arms up and down. So we're doing our hundreds in standing. So it's little bounces of those arms, we've got the weights on them as well. If you're feeling a little bit daring, sway onto one leg, just lift the toes up on that other side or the heel up. Lift the toe if you want, real challenge. And keep the toes down. Keep going for 4, 3, 2, 1, heel down over to the other side, drawing in through that tummy, remember, that core's controlling us. Lengthen through the neck, reach the arms down as you pulse them backwards. Keep going for another 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're back to the middle. Standing nice and up. Breath in, breath out. Drop the chin on the chest. Rolling forwards, reach down to the ground. Stretch out in front of you. Leave the balls there as you come back up. Bit by bit, feel how light you feel. Gently float those arms up. Twist around for that arm openings. And we come back, lengthening through the neck. Round we go to the other side. Coming back through, drawing in through that tummy, twist round. And we're back. Last one. Coming back into the middle. Reach up towards the ceiling, drawing in through that tummy. Deep breath in. Breath out. Relax the shoulders. Breath in. Breath out. Down we go. Drop the arms forward. Reach forward to the ground, hips to the ceiling. Big stretch. Slowly, slowly come back up. We've got one more reach down. Curling up through the chest. Tight as you can get. Look between those knees. Drop that head down. Straight on those legs. And then slowly, slowly peel yourself back up into perfect posture before we go down onto the mats. Okay, we're down on the mats now. With your weights, pop them just by the side of each of your hips to start with. And we're thinking about that starting position. So feet and knees are hip width apart. We're opening out through that chest, sink down through the ribs, draw in through your tummy. Flattening out as much as you can through that lower back. Gently roll back up the other way. Got that little arch. Pull back in through the tummy, through the core, through the pelvic floor. Stretching the back. And then find that mid position. So our bony pelvic bones pointed straight up towards the ceiling. We're working the tummy across the middle there. Between those bones. From there, we're going to start off with our hundreds. So we're going to tap down onto those balls in that neutral position. So that's our level 1. If you want to go a little bit more challenging, you can pop a single leg into a single tabletop, or you can draw in and come up into a double tabletop. Okay, go with whatever feels good for you today. And different days you might feel more like doing one level or the other. Okay. You want it to be a little bit challenging, but not so much that you're starting to lose control through that middle. And we're tapping on those balls, gently reaching down towards beyond our bottom really, towards where our heels would be. If you want to, you can curl up a little bit as well, if you're feeling really daring. Drawing in, reaching down, tapping away. Rock solid through the middle though. Keep going there. Lower those legs if you need to. Okay, with care, keep centered through the middle at all times. We've got another 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax the arms, lower the legs one at a time. And relax that body. Okay, have a little shift all around. Feel where you are in that centre position. Gently bring those weights up in towards the ceiling. Okay, you don't want the arms too close together. Keep them beyond shoulder width apart, so just beyond shoulder width. Okay, from there, keep centred through the middle. We're just going to have a little go at our double leg stretch, level 1. With this, the legs don't work at all. So we reach back overhead. Feel yourself arch up through that middle, through that low back area. We're going to think about dropping down through that rib cage there as we bring the arms back over. Drawing in through your tummy, coming back. Okay, so that's the movement. We breathe in to prepare. breathe out. Take the arms back over. Hold there for the in-breath. From the out-breath, we come back over. Now, if the weights are too much to bring back over, leave them behind your head, yeah? Gravity's going to grab them, so go carefully. You want to control them. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's add a leg. So one leg at a time, reaching out, fingertips to toes, drawing in through that middle, coming back. Change leg. We're going to do 6. That's 1. This is our second. Breathing in, breathing out. Halfway with this one. Coming back in. 2 to go. Okay, keep centered through that middle. Keep the rib cage as low to the ground as long as you can. Pull tight through the middle as you fold back in. Okay, I've forgotten how many we've got to go. Let's do one more each side. Reaching out. Coming back in. Last one. Big stretch back. Come back in. Gently lower those arms down. And from there, we're going to come up into a single tabletop. Again, bring those arms up. This time we're going to do our hip twist. As you take that knee out to the side, the arm goes out. The opposite arm goes out to the side. Come back in. Okay? So it's a single leg. As you go out, balance yourself. Keep that other side of your bottom down. Out to the side. Coming back in. Keep going for another 3. Keeping the neck relaxed as much as you can. 2. Last one with that leg. Coming back up. Gently lower that leg down. Breathe in. Get control through the core. Bring up into that single tabletop the other side. And we're hip twisting. With opposite arm going out. Come back in. So really think about what's happening through that opposite side of your bottom. So I've got my left leg turning out and I'm concentrating keeping that right side of my bottom down. 2 more. Last one. Coming back into the middle, lowering back down, and lower those arms down. Well done, folks. Let's have a little go at a shoulder bridge. We're going to do it with a little bit of difference because we're going to pop the weights underneath our feet. So if you sit yourself up, pop your weights a little bit further down, and pop your feet on top of the weights, okay? So if you've got tin cans, you want them so that they would roll away from you, so you're trying to keep them in. Okay, bring them in a little bit closer to your bottom than the normal shoulder bridge. If you're using arm weights, just go without them, it's fine, okay? From there, we're going to push down into our weights as we draw in through our tummy, coming up into our shoulder bridge. You can lose your head pillows. And then sink back down, bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Now, you should feel it in a slightly different place to normal, okay? Because we're trying to balance through those balls, our hamstrings at the back of our leg are keeping our shins in, yeah? Our lower legs in. So they're working like Billy O. And lower back. Okay, I'm just going to bring mine in a little bit more. If you bring yours in again, closer to your bottom, and think about pushing down through them. We come up more straight. From that position there, drop down halfway, push back up. Drop down, so it's like a little thrusting movement. Down and up. And again, 2 more. Last one. Up we come. And then slowly, 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 lower yourself back down. Good stuff. Bring one knee in towards you. If you've got your stretchy strap, grab it now. The hamstrings want a little stretch. And we're going to lift that leg up towards the ceiling. You can slide the other one out. Big old stretch. We did the shoulder bridge as well to just give those shoulders a little bit of a rest because we're going to use them again in a moment. Think about lifting that heel away from you. Big stretch from heel down to bottom. Breath in, breath out, stretch a little bit more. 3, 2, 1. Gently bend that leg down. Come over onto the other leg. Knee to chest, give it a cuddle. Stretch that leg up towards the ceiling. Hold on to the other end of that strap. And again, you can lengthen that other leg out if you want to. Keep thinking about where you're feeling the stretch. So with Pilates, that's the big thing, is learning how to appreciate where you're moving from, what you're stretching, how to adjust the weight to balance yourself out. Okay, getting this core area nice and strong for the other bits to work on. Stretch away, holding it there for 3, 2, 1. Gently bend that leg back down. And then we're coming back into normal starting position. Bring the balls back up towards your body. Okay, feet and knees, normal position. And this time we're going to come into a single tabletop. Bring the arms up, drawing through your tummy, bring the other leg up into a double tabletop. If you're not happy with double tabletops, keep with a single. And we're going to stretch one leg out, reach back with the arm. So this is our one leg stretch level 3. Drawing in with some toy soldier type arms. Think about that rib cage. Anchor your body down. Body staying almost flat onto that mat. Pulling in through your tummy. We've got 2 to go. Last one. Coming back in. Lower those arms, lower the legs one at a time. That's quite a challenge, okay? So if you found that a little bit too much of a challenge, we're going to do 2 more, but we'll just do a single tabletop. So center through the middle, float one up, both arms still come up, and as you reach away, the arm goes backwards, the opposite arm goes backwards. We're engaging the chain across our body. So it's more of an oblique, diagonal chain. Stretching out. Coming back in. For the final 3, let's reach out. Lower that leg down towards the mat. Lift back up and fold back in. 2, stretch. Down, up, bring back in. Last one, reach. Down we go, come back in and lower down. Let's change to the other side. So center through the middle, single tabletop. First 3, we're just reaching out, stretching back with opposite arm. As you open up the book, if you like, if you think of the arm and the leg being the pages, we're opening out, we're closing back in. Last one like this. Keep it centered so the spine stays still. And now we reach over, lower that leg down. So it's slightly more difficult for that leg and for that pelvis to stay neutral. Down and back up. Last one. Reach out, stretch down, come back up, bend into the middle. Lower everything down. Well done, folks. Take the balls out of the way a little bit. Take the arms out to the side. Bring the feet and knees together. Let's just do a little hip twist stretch. So both knees one way, head the other. Really push over through the hips. And then we're coming back and over to the other side. Oh, clunk goes the back. That's good feeling. And back we come. Over to the other side. Once more to the other side, and then we're going to go over onto our sides. So, if you've got a larger pillow, use it this time, okay? Because we're going to do some arm openings. So we want to have our head towards the front of that pillow. Knees are bent up, hips stacked up, arms are out in front of us. And with our first movement, we're just going to stretch that top arm and roll away. And then roll it back. So we're thinking about almost wringing ourselves out. So the arm leads the way. It pulls the shoulders over, the middle over, and then the hips. The hips bring us back, the ribs and the shoulder. So once more like that. Over we go, pulling ourselves over and then drawing ourselves back to our mid position. From there, let's do our arm openings. We're going to draw up through the middle. Take it so you're facing, you've got your arm up towards the ceiling. You're following it with the chest. You want to drop down through this top quarter as you then open out. Along goes my back. I'm just going to move my roller slightly out of the way there. And then we're going to come back over. Now, when you come over, it can feel quite heavy with a weight. So either leave the weight there and go without, particularly if you've got neck or shoulder problems, or follow me with this one. We go over, drop down, and we open out. When we come back, we're going to work our tummy muscle. So really feel that bottom part of your rib cage tighten up over towards your hip as you bring that arm back. Suddenly the arm feels a bit lighter. Okay, we're going to do 3 more. Over we go. Drop down through the middle, open out, engage through that tummy to bring that arm back and across. Last 2, length from the ear to the shoulder, don't have your shoulder up by the ear. Large sweep round, drop down and open, and come back. Last one coming up, okay? Length through the neck, twist through that upper body as well, sink once you reach the ceiling with that arm, and then open out further. Breath in to prepare to come back, breath out, grab through the tummies, and we're coming back. Good stuff. Because we're doing a bit of arm work today, let's do some middle work as well, some support work for our arms. So we're going to go into this side sitting position. We're supported on our elbow and our hip. We don't want it to sink down through there, so we're lifting up. Bring that top arm over. No weights involved. So we're getting a stretch over and come back. Okay? And reach over again. Lifting up through the middle and back. With this next one, if you want to, as you go over, drawing through your tummy, lift those hips up as well. We're going to do one more like that if you want to. So stretch up through your shoulders, reach over and lift up. Good stuff. And grab the ball. Let's go down the other side and we'll do it all over the other side. So we've got that neck supported. We've got our arms out in front. We don't want them too close to our shoulders. So length through that neck, bend the knees up. Starting off with that little stretch forward one where we're wringing ourselves out. Come back through the hips, through the ribs, through the shoulder. Breath in, breath out and reach away. It's a nice stretching movement between those shoulder blades that can get a little bit tight. Breath in, breath out. Coming back in. And then from there, okay, the knees are bent up still. We're doing our arm opening, so take the shoulders away from the ears. Come up with that top arm, twisting through that body, remember. Breath in, drop down and open out. From there, remember, engage that tummy to help bring you back over. And lower that arm down. Now, if you haven't got a shoulder problem or a neck problem, you could try it without engaging the tummy and just seeing what the difference is. I've got that used to engaging now, I can't really switch mine off when I come back over, which is no bad thing. Just goes to show that once you start repeating and repeating exercises, your body learns them and it learns how to move and control yourself without thinking. Over we go. Breath in and come back. 2 to go. Drawing down through the shoulders, twisting through that upper body. Drop down, stretch over. Squeeze the knees together, come back over. Last one coming up, lower those shoulders, twisting round, dropping down, reaching over. Come back over. Good stuff. We're coming up onto our side again. Okay, so the knees are together. You can take them down a little bit. We're supporting ourselves on that elbow, that forearm, and we've got ourselves nice and straight through the chest. Now you don't want to be hunched down into your neck area, yeah? You want to have a long neck. Imagine you're a tortoise coming out of its shell. From there, reach over. No lift to start with, just feel that stretch over and come back. Try and anchor the body down, the hips down. Give yourself a bigger stretch and come back. With the next one, if you want to, you can reach over and lift up. Coming back down. Okay. Stretch over, drawing in through your tummy, lift through those shoulders and come back over. Now I've just not got myself quite in position, that's a bit better. So you might need to fiddle around with the shoulder position a little bit. Coming back over. Lift it up through the waist, through the hips if you want to, and then come back down. Well done, folks. Let's go over now onto our tummies for our final little bit. Okay, cast aside that one. Down we come. If you can, weights either side of your head. So you've got a little gap there on the carpet, your head's on the pillow, on your mat, elbows are at 90 degrees. We're in our breaststroke prep position. From here, think about drawing the shoulder blades down, tightening up gently through your tummy, and hovering gently above the mat. And lowering back down. We're thinking about unpeeling that top part of our spine. You don't want to be bending too much through that lower back. It's all from that upper back, even if that means you don't go up so far. The legs should be fairly relaxed behind you, but it's a tough one. So if you're only just starting out on your Pilates journey, you might notice when you're doing some of these, the legs come up in the air as well as you're trying to lift up. As you get stronger through that core, they'll stay more relaxed. Last one, drawing in through your tummy, stretching up through the back of the neck, and lowering back down. Okay, let's take that on a little bit. So from there, gently come up, roll those balls away, draw them back in, and lower back down. So you're not lifting them, they're staying on the ground. Come up, reach away, pull them back in and lower down. Drawing in through the tummy, starting the same as we did with the first exercise, then stretching away, back and down. I'm just going to do 3 more. Quite a tough one, rest if you need to. It's excellent for that upper body posture. It's a nice little rehab one for your shoulders. Stretching away, rolling back down, and I'm not finger walking, if you like, through the balls. I'm using them and rolling away. So although my fingertips start at the balls, you end up with just your wrist. Okay, push yourself up, have a little stretch back the other way, because your body will feel like it needs it now. Curling up. Big old stretch. You can bring your hands down behind you if you want. Sort of tuck them in underneath your ankles, curling up. Good stuff, okay? We're going to do the same that we've just been doing, but we're just going to add a little bit of rotation into it as well. Okay, so you can have a little watch if you need to. Some of you will have done this before with me. So, we start off the same. You gently lift up, and then as you roll one away as normal, you bring the other one slightly back and down. Draw your shoulders down, lift up and twist. So we're twisting through that upper body at the same time. Draw the shoulders down, hover up, twist. You bring this arm back and lower. Okay, shoulder blades down, drawing in through your tummy, hover up, reach and twist. Come back. Down we go. And if you haven't got rolling sort of weights, you can always slide on the floor with this one and the previous exercise. Good stuff. Let's just do one more each side. Reaching round and back. Last one. Drawing in, reach and back. Resting there. And we'll get rid of the balls. Come on up. Have a little stretch back. Sliding those arms out in front of you. And if you slide the arms out, keep your bottom up a little bit, you can get a nice big stretch through the front of your chest. Back of your shoulder blades, yeah. And that can be made even better if you have got a roller. I've got mine here at the moment. You can do that and you can stretch down underneath it. That's quite a nice feeling to a stretch. So rollers can be used for that type of thing as well. Good stuff. Okay, let's finish off with some 4-point exercises. Okay, so we're all about getting this strength around the shoulders. Let's come up into 4-point. And do a little cat stretch just to loosen off. Tail up, head up. Drop the tail down, lift up through the backs of the shoulders. And then roll back down the other way. Head up. Come back into the reverse curl up into your cat stretch and then find that mid position. Okay, from there, there we go. Let's slide one leg out, okay? Don't twist over onto that other side. Keep your hips parallel to the floor. It's easy to suddenly find your knee going in and out like you're supporting knee. So slide that leg out, and then we're going to lift up, squeeze it through the bottom, and we're going to pulse it. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, come back in. Check the knees underneath the hip, it's not gone into the middle because that makes it like a 3-legged stool. It's cheating. So keep it like underneath your hip. Lift through your shoulders, drawing through your tummy, slide the other leg out and lift it up and squeeze through your bottom and we'll pulse in for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back in. Have a little rest back. Now, if any of these cause you a little bit of discomfort through your wrists, I know some people have a bit dodgy wrists, okay, it can be a bit uncomfortable, you can go down onto your forearms and do the same thing. Yeah. Okay. A little bit tricky with the next one, so because we're going to go into 2-point. We're going to be opposite arm and leg. You can do it with or without your weight. I'm going to get my weight ready to show you. So we're in that 4-point position. Slide one leg out, leave it out behind you. Opposite arm, really important, it's opposite arm, comes up by the side of your body. Okay, legs straight, arms straight. We're going to bend that knee, bend the elbow. Reach out, reach in, reach out, reach in. Keep going for another 3. Pulling in through your tummy, 2, 1. Come back in. Have a little rest from that wrist. Stretch over to the other side. And come back up. So from that 4-point position, knees are underneath hips, stretch it up through shoulders, slide that other leg out and leave it out. Opposite arm goes straight behind you, and bring the knee in, elbow bend, straighten both joints. Knee bend, elbow joint bend, straighten. Bend and straighten. Now think about holding through the core as you do it. 2 more. Last one. Come back in, stretch back. Okay, we're going to do 2 more sets of those on each side. Okay, 6 each time. So back to that first side. Strengthen through the middle. Stretch the leg back, arm goes back, lifting up and bend for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back down. Change over to the other side. Let's go straight to the other side. Drawing in, slide the leg out. Opposite arm goes out as well. And we bend and straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Come back in, sit yourself back, okay? One more each side. So if the weight's getting too much, you can go without the weight. If it's getting too much to do the arm and the leg, just do the leg or just do the arm. Yeah, you can mix and match it. Drawing in through your tummy, stretch the leg out, arm out and bend for 6, 5, try and keep it nice and steady. 4, 3, 2, 1, coming back in, over to the other side, strengthen through the middle, reach backwards and with the arm and bend for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Coming back in and sit yourself back. Have a good stretch out. Stretching through that back. And then gently come up. Let's come into single kneeling. Lunge forward. Bring one arm around you. Give it a cuddle. Have a twist through that body as well. Okay. Good session today, folks. Showing you how you can use the weights to increase the resistance. Relax down. Let's change over to the other side. Lunge forward. Sit down through that hip. Bring that opposite arm around again. Stretching around. Holding there for 3, 2, 1. Good stuff. Bring that leg down. We're going to get up into standing. You can do it however you want. If you fancy a little challenge, tuck your toes in underneath you, drawing through your tummy. Lift those hips up. Sink down through your heels so you get a stretch through those calves, a bit of a downward dog stretch. Walk yourself in and come on up. Good stuff, so check that you haven't got any trip hazards around you. Have a little shake out of those arms. Lift up through the middle of your chest. Stretch through your head. Breath in, breath out. Let the shoulders drop down. Drop the head down. Link the fingers. Slight bend of the knees and then reach those arms out in front of you. Stretching all the way up towards the ceiling. Stretching out nice and wide. Drawing back down. Good stuff. And again. Breath in. Breath out. Bend the knees. Stretch out again. Really pulling away. Coming up towards the ceiling. Stopping at the top this time. Split those arms. One arm goes down behind your head. Use the other one to help push the elbow over a little bit, giving us a stretch. And relax, come back up, change over the other side. Stretching along the side, giving our triceps a little bit of a stretch as well, behind the back of our upper arm. 3, 2, 1. Big arms round. Relax there, gently, gently up. Float your arms around, don't force them. And back, around to the other side. Coming back into the middle, split the arms. Reach up. Reach over and circle round, down to the floor, through to the middle and come back up. And with the other one, reaching up and over. Circling round, down to the ground even, into the middle and come back up. Good stuff. Let's do our calf stretches before we roll down to finish. So 1 foot forward, 1 foot back. Lunge over that front leg. Just lift up gently through the chest and let the shoulders relax. Shoulders have done a lot of work this morning with those. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's change over. So place that toe down, heel down in line. Lunge over that front leg. Lift up gently through the chest. Holding that stretch. Using your breath to help get a little bit more stretch. Good stuff. Come back into the middle. Have a little shake out. Shake your hips a bit loose. From there. Breath in. Breath out. Drop the chin down. Dangle those arms in front. Let them go all the way to the floor. Curling up through that back. And then slowly, slowly come back up bit by bit by bit by bit by bit. Opening out, drawing in. Dropping the head down, reaching down the front of those shins all the way to the floor, hips to the ceiling, gently, gently coming back up, and dropping down. Knees are nice and relaxed. One big breath in, and a breath out. And again. Keep breathing in. And breathing out. Well done, folks. Hope you enjoyed that. Just another one of the sort of toys or the things you can use to enhance or change the way that you work in Pilates. I'll see you next week. Not sure what we're doing yet. Might do just a normal mat workout.